Hey guys, this is NitroBex, and I have a device review for you today. Yes, I don't know how I'm getting cornered into a bunch of device reviews, but we also need a moment of silence. I'm doing my first Fasttech review. Okay, so my good friend Vapor Joe heard that China was nice enough to send me an Aqua. So he sent me an Origin to go with it. Now, why am I talking about both of these at the same time? Well, the logos look kind of similar. They have serial numbers, and yeah, we'll get more into that. Let's go ahead and cover the price points on them, though. So from Fasttech, which I'll have links below, the Aqua is $22.98. The Origin is $21.15. If you buy them both together, you're looking at $44.13. That's less than $45 for a hybrid. Now, before I confuse everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at the teardown on these things. Okay, so this is going to be the Origin, Aqua, Hybrid, Mod, Mech, K-Fun, whatever you want to call it, tear down and look through. So, all the pieces for the Origin are over here. All the pieces for the Aqua are over here. Now, the Aqua is already built. I do have another video on the Aqua tear down, so the only thing we're going to cover about the Aqua is there's two different pins. You have a long, straight, skinny pin, and then one that looks like a screw. You will use the one that looks like a screw when you're using it in hybrid mode. You will use the one that looks like the long, straight, skinny pin with this ring when you're using it as a 510. Okay, so let's start looking at the Origin. Now, I've completely taken this all apart, and I'm going to go piece by piece. This is your switch. So, a couple notes about the switch. First off, the locking ring is not reverse threaded. The locking ring is almost useless to me because of the next thing I'm going to show you, but when I adjust my throw on it, if I lock the mod, it completely throws off the throw. Now, what you can do is you can push the button in, and then there's a nut here that adjusts the throw on your device. So I'm going to set that to where I like it. Now, if I were to unscrew it, it unscrews the throw and completely readjusts that. So yeah, I don't use the locking ring. I am going to be using it with the Aqua, so what I do is when I'm done, instead of standing up on end, I lay it on its side. The next thing that goes into the switch is a Delrin insulator with an O-ring. I'm going to screw that in, just like so. Now, it is very important to hold it sideways and look between those gaps and make sure your fire pin is not above the Delrin. Okay, I have this set to a very short throw. Now, you have your bottom tube, your 18650 tube, your 18500 tube, your 18350 tube, or your 18650 with a kick tube. I'm going to set this aside. We're not going to use that one. I'm going to put a Sony VTC3 in there. So I'm going to screw these together and screw a switch on. Okay, now it does have, this is the clone, it does have the logo, it does have a serial number, it has a VH on it. This is your top cap. It does have a ring that comes off to expose an Ego connector. If for some reason you're using Ego style connectors on your mech mods. It does have airflow built into it. You can see there's a hole on the bottom there, and that's how it gets the air into the chamber. But since I'm not using an ego or EVOD, I'm putting that on. No battery in there yet. That's how it comes out of the box. Pretty sleek looking mod, comfortable in the hand. Okay, so now I'm unscrewing this. And we're going to start integrating the Aqua to it. So first thing I'm going to do is drop a battery in. I'm going to put the hybrid pin on. So hybrid pin goes on. Just screws right in. Alright. And the Aqua literally just screws right into the origin. Just like that. Now when you're screwing your Aqua on, make sure you hold it by the bottom part here so that you're not screwing it by the tank and messing up your juice flow and your airflow. And we got it loaded up. Let's take a vape. As you see, clouds. Okay. So I'm going to hold it by there again and unscrew it. Now we're going to put it in regular 510 mode. So I'm simply unscrewing it. Again, holding it from the bottom so I don't mess up the airflow on my tank. I'm going to take and put that 510 connector back on. In she goes. Alright, now on the origin, out comes the hybrid pin. There's the hybrid pin. In goes the 510 pin. On goes the 510 connector. Okay, I'm going to screw it in. Again, hold it by the base so you don't adjust the tank. On goes the mod, and that's how it looks. Let's take a vape. As you see, clouds. Now, I've already had some people ask me about how much voltage drop does running it in hybrid mode versus running it in 510 mode do. I'll be honest, I haven't measured the voltage drop. I'm going off of taste and feel. They feel about the same, so I'm going to say it's negligible, but when we get back up to the desk, I'm going to test this baby under load. So it should not be a whole lot of difference in this case. You're not dealing with something. The Aqua doesn't just go straight to the deck. It does have other stuff in there, so yeah, it's not going to be as noticeable on like a Genesis style hybrid. But that's the teardown of the origin. Okay, so through the magic of video editing, from where I walked over there to over here to talk to you again, I did grab the meter. I drained the tank. I took the chimney off. I took the tank section off, and I tested in hybrid mode and with the 510 connector on. The difference, now let me give you the test parameters. My coil is built at 0.65, and I didn't want to do it on a freshly charged battery because we're not vaping at a freshly charged battery all the time. I had vaped this for like an hour. The battery's still good. The ambient voltage in the battery, ambient, if you don't want numbers, the down bottom there's the fast forward button, jump ahead a little bit. The ambient voltage was 3.84, so it's not a dead battery. It's not a just charged battery. It's somewhere in between. It's where we would normally be vaping. Okay, so with the 510 connector in, It's at 3.33 volts. Okay, so that's a half a volt drop at a 0.65 ohm coil. That's kind of normal. That's decent. I can already hear the flames coming. I feel like I need a shield. With the hybrid connector, it was 3.31 volts. Yeah, it performed better with the 510 connector than in hybrid mode. Now, mine came straight from e-cigar, so mine has a silver pin and all that fun stuff. So that might be making up that very minuscule difference. It's literally 0.02 volt difference, 0.02 volts. Okay? You can get that by cleaning your connectors. Okay, that's the kind of voltage difference we're talking about. We're talking about a difference between the 17.06 watt vape and a 16.86 watt vape. It's a 0.2 watt difference. Yeah, it's not a huge difference at all. So let's get into thoughts about just a mod. If you're going with just the mod, I like the adjustability. I hate the locking ring. Okay, if you're going with just the mod, there's other similarly priced choices out there. Now, if you're talking about the mod and the Aqua together, they do make a very, very beautiful setup. I am going to say, because of the Aqua, if you're one of my new vapors, please consider something else. If you're an experienced rebuilder that's not worried about putting in the time and the effort to try to build a dual coil build on the Aqua, it's a very rewarding vape. It has a lot of adjustability to it. You can adjust your throw. You can adjust your airflow. You can adjust your juice flow. You can do all of that with the mod assembled. I can adjust my throw by screwing the button out. Now, I can't tighten it up without taking the switch off, but if I need more throw, I give a twist on the button, I get slightly longer throw. So now, instead of 3 sheets of paper, I have a 1 millimeter throw. Okay. Now, you can adjust your airflow by screwing or unscrewing the tank. You can adjust your juice flow by screwing or unscrewing your drip tip. It's a very rewarding vape. It's a very customizable vape. For my experienced users, if you're willing to put the effort in to get it working, it can produce an outstanding vape. And I have one of my all days Apollo's Absinthe from Moon Mountain Vapor loaded up in this. The Origin itself has taken the Aqua from something I said that would not be a carry device and turned it into a carry device for me. It's no longer just riding on my vape stand. So, to sum it up, new vapor, get something else. Experienced vapor, if you're willing to do the work, you can get a nice running rig that's purpose built for under $45 and performs great. I hope this helps. I will have links below for both the Aqua and the Origin off of Fasttech. Also, at some point in this video over there, you should see rebuilds for the Aqua. Okay? So, hope you enjoyed. See you next time.